I'm Megan Lee, and welcome to the Noob Reviews. I have the craziest lazy eye today, so have fun watching that. We are going to finally... Did you see that? That was great. We are going to finally review... I cannot get over it. It's bad. Focus! We're finally going to review War Party, because I now have issues 0 and 4 and the Handbook. Hello! This is fantastic. If you have War Party and you like working on your collection, get the Handbook. It's perfect. It's just the best thing. I need to fix my... I don't know. Good enough. No, I love this. I can't retain information very well, so this has like maps. It's got a timeline. It's got some really cool information on the characters and their different totems and their abilities and their history. It talks a little bit about the history of Europe's war, Great Britain, France, in the Americas, right? The transformation ritual, how they transform, the powers and abilities that they all have. Plus, then at the back, you can put in stickers. Okay, this is amazing. So yes, we have in our lovely timeline. Today I'm going to review issue 0. Because this is our more origin story. And I think we need to delve into this before we go to issue 4. That's how I'm going to do it. And that's what I've decided. So in our lovely timeline, War Party issue 0, it happens in 1513, okay? 1513. With the Spanish arrival to the Florida shores, in search of riches and the fountain of eternal youth, a young Diane must protect the secrets of her ancestral transformation and regeneration powers against forces that conspire to take them from her. So, this is 1513, issue 0, because our other issues 1 to 6, are in 1756. All right, so we've gone way back in time. Way back. This issue is a little dark. Okay, it's quite dark. Fantastic art on the front there, very dark. Also, excuse me, it is in black and white, which personally I've never really liked, but the art is so well done in here that it really doesn't bother me. It's so detailed. It does not bother me at all that it's in black and white. And as well, in issue 0, we have 2 stories. Okay, 2 stories in one issue that gives us background on our main characters and their history. So both stories are written by Justin Murphy, but the pencils and inks of the first story are done by this guy whose name I am not going to butcher by saying out loud. This dude right here. And then Justin Murphy does the last story, which is super creepy, but also really excellent, of course, drawings. We begin with the Spanish have landed on the Florida coast in 1513. They have made contact with some of the natives, and they're trying to find the Fountain of Youth. And we are introduced to some of the characters. One of them is this boy who, he's got this infection in his leg, so he's probably cut it or something. It's gotten infected. This is the 1500s. You get an infection in one of your extremities or anything like that. Like, he's got this horrible infection in his leg. He's going to lose his leg. They are making empty promises to him that they can save his leg. But this is the 1500s. That is not a reality. But they're so certain that they're going to find the Fountain of Youth. So this is actually called, this first story is called Fountain of Blood. All right. So we have the Spaniards. And then we meet Diane and Tohopka. I'm probably butchering his name as well. And Tohopka is Diane's protector. He's also like a skinwalker. Like he's got his totem. His totem is a wolf, I believe. Yes. And Diane's, of course, is that of a deer. And she's basically professing her love to Tohopka. And he's saying, well, actually, here's the whole truth of you and your longevity and everything. How do I explain this? It's her purity, okay? It's her purity that keeps her, yes, that's exactly what they say in here. I'm such a dork. So there's these two very sketchy characters who, the two on the front, that's sketchy, right? Yeah. They want Diane. They want her purity. Tohopka, they want Tohopka to take her purity. Tohopka can't. He will not. Because that is her power, right? Her purity is her power. And he's basically telling her, you're condemned to a life, you have a life of power, but you're also going to have one without love. It is the only way. And he refuses her, and he basically is going to give her his power. She's become ever more powerful. And he does this, and then Zaltana and Hakan are two sketchy characters. We'll learn more about them in the second story. He calls them forth, says it has been done, but the it that they wanted to be done is not exactly been done. Let's be honest. Like, it hasn't, okay? Nothing happened. No monkey business. He doesn't want them to take her. He convinces them to let her stay so that they can scare the Spaniards off the land, and send them packing, basically. So he and Diane go to do that. Get rid of all the Spaniards, who are actually tormenting one of their own because they want this man to tell them the secrets of the Fountain of Youth and where it is. So they are torturing him to get him to speak. What she does, basically, she shoots him and sends him, she says, find peace. Then they attack the Spaniards, and the Spaniards go back to the ship, but the one dude with the boy who was really, really sick brings the boy ashore. And Diane is a very sympathetic person, and she wants to help. So this guy is asking her, where is the fountain? And because he seems probably like very much more pure of heart to her, because he wants the fountain, obviously, to heal the boy. So she brings them in the woods. He has them follow her into the woods. And he's going, where's the spring? Where is the water? And instead of water, this is what she does. Her blood heals him. And she says, La Fuente, I am the fountain. Dun, dun, dun. She is the fountain. The fountain is not an actual, fountain of water coming up from the earth. She is the fountain. But Tohopka sees this. He knows they're going to try and capture her. To keep that from happening, he transforms, and, well, he does what he does. She stops him from taking the boy and the man who saved the boy, and lets them go, which Tohopka is upset about because they drank her blood, which is an abomination, and she basically, now the enemy knows this secret of her. And he says, Hakan and Zaltana will come for you now, and you must pay with your life. And she says, they will see a better way. The Great Spirit will show them, just as it has shown me. And he says, no, Diane, they will not see. They have dark magic, and they answer to another master. So she's at this point in her life, she's kind of very naive. quite innocent, very, very hopeful and naive and innocent, yeah. But Zaltana and Hakan appear, and the Spaniards are still there. Tohopka has not taken Diana's purity, and he will not, and he sacrifices himself for her. This, like, reminds me of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Ugh. And then they go in for Diana anyways. But the Spaniard, whose boy they saved, steps in to save her. And between the Spaniard and Diana, they send Hakan and Zaltana away somewhere. I'm not really sure where. They are left in peace for the time being from those two. And Diana finds refuge with another tribe in the Ohio wilderness. So she goes from Florida to Ohio. That is a huge difference. I haven't been to Florida yet, but I have been to Ohio. Not this part of Ohio. It was not that pretty. I don't know where that is, but I was not there. There was no mountains. So, that is a little explanation of a little bit more of Diana's power and where she got it from. The next story is called The Offering, and this is about Hakan and Zaltana, who are really quite evil. The world of darkness, Sheol, around 1400 AD. Okay, so we've gone back even farther in time. So this is happening before this story. And we get to see how these two came to be. They're doing a lot of weird sacrificial stuff with goats and their own children, actually. They are offering up their 7th child to this demon creature. Really quick and goodbye. I don't want to get, YouTube is not going to like this one at all. You have to be careful. Anyways, they do this really creepy sacrifice. They've basically given up, like they said, 7 of their children. And there's this moment where Zaltana has, like, she actually looks sad, maybe remorseful. I don't know. And he says, I see tears. You weep for the child. And she says, no, blessed Ruha. I only weep that I have no more children to give. That's super creepy. Okay, here's the thing. I don't quite know if I believe her. Like, is she actually weeping because she has no more children to give? Which could be true because at this point, she's got to have become so cold-hearted. This is the 7th child she's sacrificed. Or, hear me out. Like, maybe she truly is weeping for this child and she's just pretending she's not. Because, let's face it, women have babies and then you're all hormonal and you have this like chemical hormonal connection and, this is what happens. It's biology. So I don't really know. She could actually be weeping for her child and just trying to cover it up by saying, I weep because I can't give any more children to you. I don't know. I don't know if I quite believe her there, but anyway, the demon likes her answer. And he is about to, and these two, this husband and wife, share the same totem, which I believe is a goat, yes. Sabbatic goat is a symbol of sacrifice. Just as you have granted us your children, so shall this power demand the children of others. Yikes. So anyways, this demon is giving them power, and Hakan asks if the others, like he and Zaltana, the other shapeshifters, skinwalkers, whatever you want to call them, he says, the others like us who can change, will we have more power than they? So he wants to know if they're going to be more powerful. And we don't really get an answer. Basically, he says, there is a fountain, a bloodline of divine origin, but we know not where it began. This demon doesn't even know where it began. The same sacrificial blood that empowers you can also drain that power, for not all sacrifices serve us. Then he does this weird, creepy thing. Basically, he says, unholy blessing we bestow, as above, so below. Goodness, righteousness we revile. Purity, chastity we defile. Receive this power, fire and flood. Receive the demon's lust for blood. So creepy. And then basically the demon with the husband and wife and their goat totem, they all become connected and become the Baphomet. Really, really fast. Boop, boop. Did you even see that? Goodbye. That was probably even not fast enough. So, I don't know if any of you have researched Baphomet, but that's a rabbit hole. Been there. It's quite the rabbit hole. Yeah. Quite the rabbit hole. So that's dark. Issue 0 is dark. But that is... We have the darker side of... We have the darker side of these characters, shapeshifter skinwalkers, and we have the not so dark side, like Diane, who is using their powers for good as best they can, etc. But we needed to know this darkness and some of the origin for issue 4. Now I'm like, do we actually need to know that? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Part of me can't remember issue 4. I read them so fast. I actually had to reread this one again before I reviewed it, so I'll reread issue 4. But yeah, that's issue 0. History. I love the introduction. We learn about the skinwalkers and how people believe some of them to be cursed after giving themselves over to dark magic, corrupted purposes. Many were evil. Others, were not so evil, but they became more and more rare, the skinwalkers, because less shaman would pass down their secrets over time, especially as the Europeans arrived. It became more and more of a closely guarded secret. But it is very interesting, and I love how we have this little mini biography of all the characters and their totems and their strengths. And there's a lot of different characters, so this is actually super helpful to keep everybody straight. Like I said, I do not retain information very well, so this is perfect for me. Yes, and maps. There's a couple maps in there. Then we talk about the transformation ritual, powers and abilities. We'll get into that more when we talk about issue 4. But yes, there's a lovely timeline. And then there's pages where you can put stickers, because we have Diane 1513 issue 0, and then issues 1 to 6, War Party in colonial America. But then we get to see Diane in 1864, 1880, 1927, and 1977. And there's stickers for each time period. There's just all kinds of stickers that we can put in here. I'm super excited to collect it all. So definitely go get the handbook. If you are into this series, yeah. If you can't retain information like me, you can refer back to it, and it's super helpful. So yeah. Next week, next Wednesday, we will do issue 4, and we'll look deeper into the handbook, because I didn't look into everything. There is more to see. So yes, issue 4 next Wednesday. And you can catch me tomorrow. I've probably Weebs and Waifus on their live stream tomorrow night. And then Friday I double booked myself. So Blast from the Past movie reviews is, we're not going to review Labyrinth this week. We're just going to chat, hang out with everybody for about an hour. And then I have to skip and go to Troy Pacelli's live stream, because I 2 months ago told him I would, and it just slipped my mind, because that was 2 months ago. Yeah, anyway. So we are going to just hang out and chat this Friday on Blast from the Past movie reviews. And we'll get back to our regular movie reviewing schedule next Friday. And then after that, if you want to follow me over to Troy Pacelli's channel, and we're going to talk comic books and stuff. And then I think that's everything till Sunday. So I will see you somewhere or all the places. And definitely on Sunday, at least. Hopefully.